I'm a very, very proud father today. Mackenzie started his orientation at UWC today, 2nd of February 2026. So I am so excited. In fact, I sat with the parent orientation program today, and just lekker sitting there with other parents excited to see their kids start their new journey. So I wish him well, and he's tired of me posting about him, so I won't post any embarrassing photographs. Here's my public announcement for today. Every time I go anywhere and they say, "Hey, what your kids doing?" and I say to them, "Oldest is graduating this year, UWC, and Mackenzie is starting," I get this look. And I can't explain to you what this look is. And it's mostly from colored people. And I'm being honest here. I said it's a public announcement. This is not Grace talk. This is Craig talk. And I thought about it. I had that look for 36 years because this week, almost 36 years ago, I started here. And coming out of the system that I did those days, we came through what most of you will not know is called Bantu Education. I matriculated at Westridge Senior Secondary. And the level of education, not the teachers we got, was far below standard, and it was engineered to be that way so that the outcome could only be people with labor skills, not people that's able to think critically. To get into Stellenbosch would not allow you if you didn't speak Afrikaans, or UCT in 1991 was a miracle. And there's a few that made it, but it's a miracle because the weight on certain subjects such as the maths and sciences was so high, but the system that our teachers were working under, that they weren't trained adequately. So it was designed in 1953 by the previous apartheid government. I say previous for that reason. Here's the point. The quality of the education that my son and daughter will receive, and myself, is at the exact same level as any other institution. The challenge we had was the quality of education we had before we came in. And that's talking to my generation. So I need to ask those of you specifically in Cape Town, why are you still judging? Why are you still saying, well, why do you have this notion that the quality is different? What is it actually based on? And I wanted to be very careful, because when you see my kids or anyone that graduated here, what are you thinking? Because if they're doing any professional qualification, standards are exactly the same. So let me give you a stat. 170,000 matriculants applied, 2.8% were accepted. Mackenzie's faculty, 1,000 were accepted. I think there was 20,000 applicants. So I needed to apply your mind to understand that many people in my generation matriculated in 1990 or earlier, before 1994, had a raw deal. And the saddest news is that the people whose children are in school in the current apartheid government, is getting even worse deal, because there's no investment in the schools. Very little. I'm working with schools that have to raise their own funds to pay salaries. So we have a problem. So encourage young people who are currently studying specifically at this place. Encourage them, because what they've been taught, I can't remember anything I studied here so many years ago, but what I was taught was to think critically. What I was taught was to ask questions. What I was taught was how to challenge, how to accept defeat, how to apply my mind. So that's my encouragement to all of you. This is my public announcement for the day. I hope you have a lekker day. And it was so lekker to run into a classmate of mine, Valencia. We were in matric together, and we also started at UWC. Our kids are registering. Not registering, starting today. Have a lekker day. And remember, if you have nothing positive to say, ask yourself, what would Jesus say?